Welcome to the Sagicor Visionaries Challenge Sensitization Workshop 2012. In January of 2013, Sagicor, in collaboration with the Caribbean Examinations Council, CXC, the Caribbean Science Foundation, and the local Ministry of Education, will be sponsoring the Sagicor Visionaries Challenge, an inter-school competition which will run at the national and regional levels. Your task is to identify a challenge facing your school or community using science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM, and develop effective, innovative, and sustainable solutions to the challenge you identify. Let's explore STEM a little bit more. So, what is science? Science is defined as the systematic knowledge of the physical or material world through observation and experimentation. What is technology? The application of scientific knowledge, processes, and devices for practical purposes. Can you define engineering? It's really not so mysterious. Engineering is simply using the concepts in science, mathematics, and technology to design and build structures, machines, processes, systems, and devices. Everyone knows that mathematics is the study of measurements, properties, and relationships of quantities using numbers and symbols. Easy. When we integrate science, technology, engineering, and mathematics to solve problems through discovery, you realize that STEM is everywhere, from your MP3 players to your cell phones to solar panel energy. So, what does sustainability mean? Could it mean something that lasts forever, or making the world a better place for the future? Both answers are correct. Stated more broadly, sustainability is meeting the needs of current generations without compromising the needs of future ones, so that society can coexist in continuous harmony. What do you know about the pillars of sustainability?
We need to change the way we think. Instead of take, make, or waste, we need to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
We can apply this to the first pillar, which is environmental sustainability, which means that non-renewable and other natural resources are neither depleted nor destroyed for short-term improvements. The second pillar of sustainability is economic sustainability. All this means is that enough local resources and capacity exist to continue the project in the absence of outside resources. Let's look at the third pillar of sustainability, which is the socio-cultural pillar. Socio-cultural respect implies that the project is socially acceptable because it is built on an understanding of local traditions and core values. Now that we understand what STEM means and the various pillars of sustainability, let's talk about the Sagicor Visionaries Challenge. So who's participating in the Sagicor Visionaries Challenge? From over 14 Caribbean territories, high school students have accepted the challenge to use STEM in an innovative way to help build and integrate sustainable communities. Let's look at the 3 stages of the national competition. Step 1, teacher workshops, where we will tell teachers all about the challenge. Step 2, the website goes live. And step 3, the launch. That's when your teacher submits your school's challenge registration and your project outline in the form of a 250-word project description. The public will go on the website and will vote on their favorite project ideas. It doesn't end there. After the public voting at the national level, all schools will also compete in the second round, which is the local public competition, and it takes the form of a science exhibition. All schools will set up an exhibit space to showcase their ideas to the judges. In each space, you will be provided with a table, chair, display board, and power outlet. The judges will look at the various criteria, which we will get into a little bit later. The brochure that has been provided in your guidelines kit has all the details of the Sagicor-sponsored science exhibition. The next stage is the regional competition. The winner from each territory moves into the regional level of the challenge. And as a reward to making it to this level, each country represented by a student and teacher will be part of the Sagicor Science Ambassador Program. The Ambassador Program includes a 7-day trip to Florida, where these students and teachers will have lunch with an astronaut, go to various tours and expos, and even see a hurricane simulator, among many other exciting activities. Let's talk some more about the prizes. The national competition winners will receive a Caribbean Science Foundation designed computerized mobile science and technology center for their school, science kits approved by CXC, a challenge shield, and the chance to represent their country in the Sagicor STEM Ambassadors Program, which takes place in Florida. The Ambassadors Program is an all-expenses-paid 7-day trip for the student team leader and the supervising teacher. The local team and other winners from the region will enjoy visits to the Museum of Science and Industry, Kennedy Space Center, Disney's Epcot Center, meeting an astronaut, and many more exciting activities. In addition to the all-expenses-paid 7-day trip to Florida, the regional competition winners will receive between $1,000 and $5,000 challenge shields and specialty certificates. So are you now wondering who can enter this competition? The challenge is open to all private or public secondary educational institutions recognized by the National Ministry of Education. Each institution may be represented by a student or group of students who are full-time students at the institution, legal residents, homeschool students, or individual students whose schools are not entering the competition. Each institution may enter more than one group. But remember, a student can only be entered in one project. So how does your school apply to enter the challenge? Just go online and you can download your application form at sagicorvisionaries.org. Read and complete the form carefully. You will be asked for information about your school and team, as well as a description about your sustainability project. It's that simple. When preparing your project and exhibition booth, pay special attention to the judging criteria. It ranges relevance to sustainable Caribbean communities, creativity and innovation, content and knowledge of the project, project plan and design, STEM linkage, methods of investigation, presentation, answering questions, and public or community engagement. The challenge brochure has all the scoring details. When you visit the website, you will see sample topics. Pay close attention to the way the sustainability topics are linked to the STEM subject areas. Look at the way science, technology, engineering, and mathematics are applied to solve individual aspects of the problem. Here are some entry samples for you to look at. The following video was produced for Sagicor National STEM Awareness Campaign in Trinidad and Tobago. It is based on a project example developed for the Sagicor Visionaries Challenge entitled Rainwater, Butterflies, and Our Schoolyard's Live Laboratories. This challenge depicts secondary school students in the Caribbean that use science, technology, engineering, and mathematics to make their school community more sustainable. Dr. Sheena Francis of the University of Technology in Jamaica and Dr. Maya Trotz of the University of South Florida in the United States developed the original content for the project example.
Sagicor is proud to support STEM. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Because in communities everywhere, using STEM ideas promotes fresh thinking that makes a big difference. Take this school, for example. When it rains, water collects around the building because of the concrete ground, flooding the roads around the school and making it hard to access. The water then runs down into the community below and eventually reaches the sea, where it damages ocean life. So how can STEM solve a problem like this? After the students researched the challenge at hand and measured how much rainfall accumulated around the school, a few solutions were put in place. Unlike the concrete that lets water build up around the school, green walkways allow the soil to absorb the rainfall. Since we know how much rain falls on average, we know how much we can collect. In rain barrels like this, where the water can be held for later use. Finally, some areas where water would accumulate were transformed into beautiful rain gardens which can soak up excess water. In the end, the school stayed easily accessible. The community experienced less flooding, and there was less rainwater runoff to damage the ocean life. So, if STEM could do all this for a school and its community, imagine how you can use it to change the world. To learn more about our inspiring STEM initiatives, email us at ask_Sagicor@sagicor.com. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
And there's even more support. Where possible, a mentor, online or in person, will provide feedback on ideas, review competition materials, and share expertise and experiences. These mentors are leading scientists who all have Caribbean roots and want to share their knowledge with you. So take advantage of this special privilege.
Sagicor, the Ministry of Education, the Caribbean Science Foundation, and the Caribbean Examinations Council are partnering on this challenge because they strongly believe that innovation in STEM must play a critical role in building successful, sustainable communities. For more information, visit sagicorvisionaries.org, join our Facebook page at facebook.com/sagicorvisionaries, follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/sagicorvision, email us at info@sagicorvisionaries.org, and find us at youtube.com/sagicorvisionaries. We do hope that you will show the Caribbean that you have ideas and solutions that can make a contribution to the world you live in. Believe in STEM.